Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now I want to talk about marriage, the wakils, the walis, and I'm kind of laughing because this is my third time trying to record this video. I've been traveling, man. Shout out, man, to everybody who showed up for the conference. It was beautiful. It's still gonna be going on tomorrow, but I had to come back home. So I got here. It's like 2:30. I've been here since like 1:30, and I done recorded. This is my third time getting ready to record this video, man, and I keep deleting it. One, I'm a little tired, and two, some of the subject matter is I feel is gonna be hurtful. So I delete it, and now I'm starting all over. So with me talking about marriage, man, and I'm gonna be honest, and there's a couple of situations where some counseling is involved, with me intervening, trying to help some people stay together, and some experiences and some situations with me being a wakil and dealing with wakils. And I was given permission to speak about these situations because certain people feel like they might help other people. So let me start with the marriage situation that I'm counseling first, right? And they gave me permission to talk about it, and they want me to be open because I might say something in the video that I don't necessarily say to them. Okay, this couple number one, they've been married for 15, we're going to say 16 years. It's closer to 16 than it is to 15. So we're going to round it off to 16 years. They knew each other, so they wasn't strangers. You know what I'm saying? They did it the right way. Wali, she had Muslim men in her family. They did everything the right way. Now, she has 3 children without him. He had 1 child without her. Now, this is important. And then they have 2 children together. So that's a total of 6 kids all together, right? So, unfortunately, due to her having 3 kids by 2 different men, well, with him makes 3 men, but the 3 kids before him by 2 different men, the one she has 2 kids with is in jail, so he can't provide. The one she has 1 kid with, he does what he can, but she keeps it. Right? Now, like I said, I've been given permission to talk about this. She keeps what the father does. Basically, it's a child support check. But everything else, she feels like her new husband that's his responsibility to take care of. I didn't mention this. So it's 2 girls and 1 boy. The boy is the one that gets child support from his father. But his father lives in a different state, so he doesn't get to spend a lot of time with his father. So she get a pretty decent child support check. But she feels like 100% of everything that's supposed to be done for her 3 kids that's not his, 100% of their care is his obligation. Although she gets money and also she does work. Cool. That's perfectly fine. Right? But she works. He had a child outside of them. Just like she had 3, he has 1. But she has 0% obligation to help with his child, like as far as if they need a ride to school. She don't have that obligation. Like, even if she taking the other kids to school, he need to figure it out. So, you know, and they've been together 15 years. And then they got 2 kids together. So, and he's a good guy. He not soft. He not stupid. He not no punk. Now listen to this. In 15 years of marriage, she hasn't even cooked for this brother 10 times. To be honest, when I sat with them, she haven't even cooked for him 5 times. So who does all the cooking? He cooks for the whole entire family all the time. Now when she does cook, she cooks something for herself. Now, like I said, I'm not knocking her. All this is relevant. So dig this too. He gets up. He also goes to the grocery store and does all of the grocery shopping. And he cleans the house. He do the dishes. He mop the kitchen floor. Right? He does everything. He cuts the grass. You know? All that. He take out the garbage. All of that. So, and he does the laundry for himself, the boys, and then the household stuff, such as the towels, the blankets, sheets. Now, she does do her own laundry, and then she does the laundries for the girls. So, he cook all the food in 15 years. He cook all the food. He does all the grocery shopping. He does the bulk of the laundry. And he does all the grass cutting, all the barbecuing, all the taking out the garbage. He washes the cars. He cleans the cars out. He does all of this. They got hardwood floors in the house. He polished the hardwood floors. He does all of this. So, as I'm sitting with them, she's flat out serious. So when we sitting down talking, it's like, what's going on? You know what she says out of her mouth? I'm getting sick and tired of doing everything. So I said, okay, you getting sick and tired of doing everything? She said, yeah. So I'm like, what is everything that you're doing? And I didn't mention this. He's the one, the kids that go to school, all of them in school now. He the one who gets all the kids up and get them ready for school. And then the younger ones who have to be walked to the bus stop, he walks them to the bus stop. And when they get out of school, he goes and get them from the bus stop. And he goes to work. So this isn't like some dude sitting around the house that she's taking care of. Now, she does help with some of the bills because she wants some zakat. She knows helping with zakat, but it's not even the bulk. She helps pay the internet. The internet and cable is bundled together. She pays the internet, she pays the cable, and she pays the water bill. And then she helps with the electric bill. Okay? So, but everything else, he take care of. She pay her own car insurance too. She pay her own car insurance. But although the 3 kids that she has needs the internet, they need the Wi-Fi for like classroom work and different things to use on their tablets. Although she wanted to pay it, but then she started coming to him saying, I don't even feel like I should even have to pay that. So he was like, okay, so why you don't want to pay it anymore? She said, because I don't use it. And serious. So, forgive me for laughing. So as we having this conversation, so I'm sitting up looking at it saying, so when you say you doing everything, what are you referring to? He cooked all the meals for the whole family. In 15 years, you haven't cooked for the whole entire family one time. One time. And take him out of it, 5 of the kids is yours. The 3 you had before he came, and then the 2 you and him got together, but 5 of the kids is yours. And he does have custody of his son. But she's really serious. I just be feeling overwhelmed. I'm just depressed. It's, just all this stuff. And I'm sitting up saying, I understand that. But please explain to me, why do you feel like you're doing everything and you're not doing nothing? Like, she get to go to work, she get to do whatever she want to do with her money, but this is the part though. She gets money. I was giving her okay to talk about this. She's giving money, child support money, for her son, but she still says 100% of the obligation of her son to be taken care of is on him. Right? And the kids that she don't get money for, 100% of the obligation of their livelihood is on him. And then the rest of her money that she worked for, she blow it on clothes and earrings. Not knocking it. It's her money. That's what she want to do. So, occasionally, sometimes, she'll bust down and buy some of her kids something. But she'll totally leave his kid that ain't hers out of the equation. In 15 years, ain't never bought his kids nothing. Not saying that she have to. Like not even a school supply. Nothing. Nothing. So, but in her head, because of what she's telling herself, she does everything. The laundry she doing is really her own because he done started teaching the girls how to do laundry. So within the last year, almost a year, they really been washing their own clothes. Not only do like all the towels, all the sheets, all the blankets, not only do he wash them, he fold the towels, put it away, and everything. So the stuff that she feel like she's doing, like the little bit of times that she cooked for herself. Right? Sometimes they say like sometimes when he's grilling, like the meat that she like, she seasons it. You know what I'm saying? Like like she gonna eat some chicken, she'll season the chicken. But everything else on her. And then he cook it for her and all that. Now keep in mind, he not no sucker, he not no goofy. So when we having these conversations, man, she says, well, it's his fault because he spoiled me. He lets me do it. Like, do you have to be that way? So, but she can't understand why the marriage isn't what she wanted to be. So by me saying to her, you got this whole happy wife, happy life mentality, right? I mean, this coming from her. So when I say to her, so basically, if you're unhappy, it's just absolutely impossible for you to make him happy, correct? And she said, yeah, that's correct. So I said, if he's not happy, how is he going to be able to make you happy then? If your mindset is he had to make you happy for you to make him happy, how is he? You can't do it unless he make you happy. How is he going to make you happy and you can't make him happy? She started to say little stuff like, he don't really care about her kids and all that stuff and about them. He only do the stuff because he just trying to be a good Muslim. It don't have nothing to do with how he feel about them as a family. He's trying to be a good Muslim. You know, and like all this stuff, you know, and it's difficult for me to sit there because like some of y'all listening to this, the same type of thoughts go through my mind. Like, bro, you should have just left. You should leave. But I can't say that. Because it's a part of me, I feel his story. You know what I'm saying? So like, even when they go out to eat, he goes and when they go out to eat, he pay for everybody. You know what I'm saying? She'll do some stuff like occasionally get her 3 kids and not the 2 that she has with him because they still pretty young, but she'll get her 3 kids and then they'll go somewhere to a little fast food spot and get something to eat without him and the 2 young kids and his kid. But that's and like I said, this her money. That's perfectly fine, but him as your husband who's raising these other kids, right? Who's doing all of this, I don't know where, when you come to the obligation thing, that he's obligated to cook every day. Oh, well, that's what he want to do. You see what I'm saying? That's what he wants to do. I won't ask him to do that. But she can't fathom him not wanting to spend time with her. You know what I'm saying? When he come in the house and he tired, or he want to sit back and watch the game, or the stuff that he do. No, you also supposed to entertain me. Make me laugh, crack some jokes. You know what I'm saying? And this is a real live situation. And then it just in my head to say the words, y'all been together 15 years? And I throwed away the cooking for him part out. But you ain't even cooked for the whole entire family, that you have 5 kids in the family 5 times in 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And then just be like, oh, well, so, they discuss not full detail type of stuff as far as bedroom, but it's this whole, he don't pay me no attention when I got lingeries on. So I boiled it down to the same thing. You say it's impossible for you to make him happy because he's not making you happy. Do you think he's happy? And you know what she said? He's happy with the family, but he's not happy with me. So I'm saying, okay, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like he's not happy with you? She was like, I don't know, but I can just sense it. He don't touch me. He don't look at me when I got on lingerie. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff that a man, in her head, this is all it is to a man. You know what I'm saying? You just an empty shell, and the only thing that floats your boat is women in lingerie. You know that women really think that about us. We only want one thing. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting down saying this is the crazy part. In her head, because she think it, she do everything. He cleans the house. He goes to the grocery store. He do all the grocery shopping. Right? He does the laundry. He cleans, after he do all the cooking, he cleans the house. When they grilling, he grills all the food. When it's time to go out to eat and all of that, he pays for everything and never complains about it once. And then it was something that was going on. He had cut his hand, or something was going on with his hand. So for like a month, maybe 2 months, she had to wash the dishes in the house. And they talking about this. She was having issues having to wash dishes, talking about, I ain't the one who do the cooking. He been doing the dishes for 15 years. She got to do the dishes for a couple of months, talking about, I ain't the one who doing the cooking. But in her mind, the reason why their relationship is suffering, because she's so tired of having to do everything. But everything that he does, she didn't nag him into it. Oh, I'm sick of you. You don't get the kids up for school. He do all of this automatically on his own. He jump up and go do all the grocery shopping on his own. And, so you know what I'm saying? It's a difficult situation, man, but to her, and then in her head, though, this is the crazy part. In her head, listen to this, because he does all of that, she feels like she can get a man to do even better. You know what I'm saying? She can do better than him. Like her being with him is settling because she's so much above his level. And you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm mentioning this because there's so many situations like this. So I'm trying to intervene and fix the marriage, and it's like when I sit down and say, like when we very first got to it and they sit down, the first thing I say to them is, why did y'all get married? Let's talk about the whys. Why did you marry this person? The brother said, one, it's part of the deen. Listen to this. One, it's part of the deen. Two, I wanted to protect my private parts. And I told him, brother, that's what you marry. You marry the deen and protecting your private parts. You see what I'm saying? Her. Why'd you get married? She said, because I wanted somebody to provide for me. You know what I'm saying? I needed help with these kids. Because like with us in our circle, we answer questions and we speak from taqwa. We not just going to give the answer that sound good or sound correct. We're going to give a real answer from taqwa. We're going to fear Allah with our answer. And she said, and she also said, I was tired of being alone. And that's what she married. Somebody who's stand there. Somebody who's providing. Right? Somebody who's stand there so she's not alone. Somebody who's providing. And not only helping with the kids, but doing almost all of it. Like, dude was such a good dude because she can't really do hair. Her daughters, this dude done braided their hair to the best of his abilities. And he can't braid, but he braided their hair. Good dude, not soft, not no pushover. So like I said, so now we got to the whys of why did y'all get married. So we took it to the, why do y'all want to stay married? Why do y'all want to stay married? I asked her to answer first. You know what she said? I don't know. don't know. So I said to the brother, why do you want to stay married, man? And dude said, I love my wife and my family. She said, I don't know. So I had to look at her and say, do you love him? Now listen to this. She said, yeah, I just don't love the life that we have. I said, you don't love the life that y'all have. Now it's coming out. What you mean you don't love the life that y'all have? Well, he don't take me on trips. He not taking me to these different restaurants, and he don't take me to different cities to go do this and all this stuff that she's seeing on the internet, that these females that refer to themselves as boss, bitchs, is doing for themselves that go with other women. Our house, we been in this house, it ain't got the fanciest of this and the fanciest of that. I don't like this house we live in. I don't like how we living. So basically now her objective is, if I got him like this, I can get out there and get me one of those $1 million a year making, one of them $1 million a year salary having Muslim brothers that can give me more. It's coming out now. Everybody else taking these trips, living these fancy lives. And look, it came out. And I'm stuck at home with him and these kids. Hey, Muslim woman. And I can tell this is the first time he hearing these words. This is the first time it's coming out now. So now that little bit in me is like, I'm tired of her mouth, to be honest with you. Because in my head, I'm going to be honest, man. In my head, it just reminds me of the hadith. When the Rasul spoke about the majority of the women that's in the hellfire. As soon as they come up with something that they feel like you not doing or they don't like, they automatically say, my husband ain't never did anything for me. This dude does everything, but her mindset is, he don't do nothing. And I'm sick and tired of doing everything. So when she says this, so all I said was this. Okay, you got a valid point. You want some excitement. You want to travel. How much are you willing to contribute to those luxuries? You know what she said? I shouldn't have to contribute nothing. That's on him. I said, okay, but you know what his income is. He's taking care of everything in his whole house. Still trying to save so that y'all can have a little bit of a nest egg and this and that. And you make money and you get to keep all of it. She said, well, that's on him to go find a better job. Keep in mind, he been doing this for 15 years. Now, alhamdulillah, I feel a little good for him because a couple of the kids getting to the age where they're almost old enough where they about to be up out of the house that's hers. Because although they were still babies when they got together, you know what I'm saying? But, they coming around at 18, 19, but that's what she said. It's on him to go find a better job. I said, do you talk to him about any of this? She said, no, I shouldn't have to. He the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should automatically have it in him to go do better. I feel like he losing his drive. When we first got together, he was so motivated. Now he too complacent. He gotta teach the kids deen. With the boys, he gotta get them to the masjid. She does nothing. She don't even, like sometimes if he works some overtime and he had to leave a little early or something, or he ain't quite made it in, she don't even get the kids up to pray Fajr. They could just lay and sleep. And I don't want to sound like I'm bashing her, because, yeah, there is some situations with sisters in bad situations, and I'm going to discuss them. But my whole point in this one is, sometimes, man, people got to humble themselves, man. They got to humble themselves. And while I spoke on certain things, the brother seen these red flags and he thought he could fix it. You know what I'm saying? But dude said some words that was extremely beautiful to me, man. Hey, I just want to please Allah. You know what I'm saying? I just want to please Allah. I'm chasing Jannah. She's chasing dunya. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like, and I had to look at her, man, and tell her, you don't realize you got a real man with you, do you? You think he a little boy. You think you can run over him. Because this mark don't tell you shut up in your face and call you out your name and treat you like a piece of garbage, you think that's what a real man is. You don't even realize you got a real man. You know why? She said, why? I said, 'cause you ain't a real woman. You're not a real woman. And he was like, hold on, Ak. and then, because, like I say, they friends of mine. I know them, but it's difficult, man. It's difficult. It's difficult. And they told me to talk about it, but this is what I said. You're not a real woman. And you know what she said to me? She said, you know what? Nobody ever taught me. You know what I'm saying? My mama didn't really teach me. And then she said some profound words. When I lay alone at night, not like because she had night, but like when she's by herself, this is what she said to us. She said, when I look at all the women in my family, my mom, her sisters, like my aunties and my sisters, none of them can keep a man. And then the only ones who do got a man, he's on drugs. He's on drugs. I said, every woman in your family? She said, I can't think of not one. And like I said, the ones who do got a dude there, he's on drugs, and they support his habit. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, you know, we gotta be humble, man. And brothers, man, you can't. And I know a lot of situations like this, even with the sisters that's in bad situations, because they are. But these sisters was told this is how this brother is, but they told themselves, no, I don't see that in him. And then when it came out, it was like, how could you be this way? No, we told you. You know what I'm saying? But then, with these brothers, I seen this in her. I just thought I could fix it. I thought I could fix it. So I'm sitting there like, when did all this, you know what I'm saying? When did all this start occurring? Dude said within the last 2-3 years. And within the last 2-3 years, on the internet, all you hear from women is 6 feet tall, 6 figures a year. You know what I'm saying? If a man ain't taking me on $1,000 dates, he a bum. All this rhetoric. If he got a 9 to 5, he can't be with me because I need a cat that's going to get up and take me on vacations. Because now she's starting to have, and I'm listening to her. She has this same rhetoric. And it's, you know what I'm saying? This same rhetoric. And I'm like, and it's not a situation where she's not touching him, not to put their stuff out, because like some women, because all this stuff, she talked to her friends about this stuff, who ain't got no dude, and of course, they encouraging this foolishness. Oh man, girl, it sound like you needed a vacation. He can't take you to Jamaica for a week. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is coming out. So it's just unfortunate, man. It's just unfortunate, and you know, I kind of feel for him, because you know what I'm saying. He I'm gonna be honest. He remind me of myself. He remind me of myself, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been in situations just like I done been married. I did all the cooking. I did the grocery shopping. Like, we could sit down and say, let's say, for instance, I was married for 10 years. If I was married for 10 years, I'm one of them cats who could sit up and say, in 10 years, man, I don't think, I know for a fact they ain't cooked for me 3 times. 1 second, man. It's time for Tahaji. 1 minute. Let me turn this off. So, you know, like, I could feel for that. I also, I did all the grocery shopping. I would get up at midnight, 1 in the morning, go hit the groceries. I cleaned the house. I washed all the dishes, mopped the floors, like real talk. You know what I'm saying? So like, I felt him on that. Same with the laundry. I was the exact same way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this from a complaining point of view, but occasionally I was, it was the same attitude as far as I do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter whole life, except for a small portion of it, I was the one who got her up for school. Walked her to the bus stops. If the school was closed, walked her to the school. Then when the school wasn't closed, jumped up, drove her to school, snowstorm, rain, went to school, picked her up after school. Her whole life. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it wasn't like, but you have to see an individual, and their attitude is they do everything. But but it was alhamdulillah for me. It wasn't like, so I'm not saying that from a complaining aspect, but just to look at him, you know what I'm saying, and it reminded him a lot of me, and because like I know situations, man, where sometimes with my friendships and relationships, sometimes what I be talking about, it take 5-10 years for it to catch up with the people that I be around. So like, when you tell somebody something, put them on to something, friend and relationship, you might have to deal with their attitude for a long time. But then 10 years may pass, and then they be like, you know what? Now I understand. Now I get it. But they can't take away all the attitude and how they acted. You see what I'm saying? This has been with a lot of my friendships, everything. Like because I'm gonna be an honest person, and the way we grew up, we used to refer to things as blank missions. So a part of our thing was, man, we not going on no blank missions, let alone sending ourselves on no blank mission. I sit up and be like, hey man, this is a blank mission. I'm not going on it. And I realize, man, sometimes you dealing with people who don't know what's good for them. They don't know what's good for them, man, and they could be in their own way. Just like with this sister, not to bash her, and they told me to speak openly because I might say some things in this that I don't necessarily say when I'm around them. And like I just, it was a conference. They took care of me, man. I went out there to the conference, and we really got to sit around each other and really chop it up. And I feel like she don't know what's good for her. So even, and like I say, I could relate to her. I was in a situation. This is what I mean by sometimes people don't know what's good for them. I was in a situation, man. So I came into a situation with somebody that I knew, right? And as a man, they had a son, so as a man, I was able to see certain things in their son. So like on a cool tip, I used to be like, hey, something going on, you know what I'm saying? Not on a bad tip, but there's some things going on with Shorty, man, that possibly need to be nipped in the bud. But the woman, like at that time though, but we were still young. Instead of absorbing that and saying, okay, well this and that, so they they barked on me. So then what I did was just started to show them particular things to where they couldn't deny it. So not speaking on him ill, so he ended up getting kicked out of school, expelled from school. Now I'm trying to talk to them. And I'm trying to tell you this. And then as the situation's going on, I'm the one sitting down saying, look, these adjustments can be made. This. Take this. give water, move up the roof. But the whole time, I was the problem. I had to deal with a whole lot of attitude. I had to deal with a lot of attitude from family members. You know what I'm saying? Got called all type of stuff, man. Got lied on, slandered. And then even with me observing Shorty, I sat down and came up with a whole plan for his life. Not my son. I even sat him down, not just him, but the other kids. I sat them down and I said, look, we can figure out what you're good at and what will work for you as far as a sport. And we can get you into this sport, and we can use your talent and get you a scholarship, and then you can go to college, change your life, man, and you'll be able to get a good job. But because these people couldn't see it, I'm trying to kill him. I'm trying to get him hurt. I was everything under the sun. But guess what ended up happening? I was getting up early in the morning, taking him out, training him, teaching him how to play football, how to read X's and O's, waiting till like extremely hot days and taking them out, showing them how to practice in the heat, telling them, man, because they have hell week, putting them on. He's loving it. I'm trying to kill him. I just hate him. But guess what ended up happening? He ended up becoming a football star. Then once he started becoming a football star, everybody's the football mom, the stickers all on the car, yay. But in the beginning, I was trying to kill him. I was the one who got up and went out there in the heat and taught him how to catch interceptions. 90 degrees, 7 in the morning, teaching him how to work out, teaching him how to make adjustments so that he don't go to jail, and how to deal with college when he get there. What ended up happening? He ended up getting scholarships, going to college, getting an education, and live off of it right now. But for years, while people basking in the glories, I'm the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people don't know what's good for them, and it take them a long time to catch up with what's going on, but they'll still like treat you like you owe them or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, man, as us Muslim people, man, I want to say this, man, for people who get married, man. Make sure, and you seeking marriage, keep the deen first, man. And if you doing stuff, that's why I love that brother, man. What he doing in his situation, man. Man, allow it to weigh heavy on his scale of good deeds, because he keeping the feasibility aspect of it. Man, I ain't tripping off her little attitudes, man. I'm just trying. I love my wife and my family, but the pleasure aspect. You know what I'm saying? He got to sit up and deal with a lot of attitude. Although you doing all this, because it done came out, you need to get out there and go get an even better job, because on top of all this, you need to get a better house, you need to get better cars, you need to start taking me on vacations and to the finest restaurants. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to help you do none of it. I'm going to pay my little bit on the internet because my kids benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pay the internet and the cable because that's not me doing something to help a man. That's me helping with my kids. And like, look at this. just to even show how much even more better the brother is, right? She do work, but with all the kids and him and their job, they still get food stamps, right? Well, they still get the food stamp card. Although with his name onto their case, they still get a little something. He tell her, use that on yourself and the kids. Because she go to the grocery store now because situations has changed, but for 13 years, he did all the grocery shopping. Use that on the kids, yourself and the kids, and I'll buy my own groceries. Anything y'all get from the link card, although some of the money on that link card is for him. And he goes and buy his own food. But he also buy extra food for the house. It's not like this is my food, nobody else can eat it. They can still eat by what he just don't want to use nothing from that card. And when income tax time, she claims the kids. Don't even give that man a nickel. Don't even think about it or consider it. But she does everything. She don't even give that man a wood nickel. But she's the high horse of the marriage, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like this video, that's why, like I said, man, it's been 3 times of me trying to make this video. And I didn't even want it to go this long, man. It's unfortunate, man, because he remind me of myself, man. I used to do that same thing. What you get on the link, this and that, the food stamp card, you and the kids do that. I go buy everything. Whatever I want for me, I'll pay for it out of my own money. You know what I'm saying? Income tax, come this, that, and the third. You go ahead. Hey, I ain't even finna have it. It won't even be the. Hey, you want to claim the kids this year? I claimed them last year. The money coming to the household. There's no discussions, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, here go 10 cents. I claim the kid. I got an extra $2,000 for the kids. Here go 10 cents. You know what I'm saying? It is our kid. You is helping. You live here. You're providing. Here go 10 cents. But these same individuals be like, I do everything. You don't do enough butt kissing. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, man. And, so like I said, man, hopefully this helped them. And, I make dua that they stay together. No, he not perfect. But I could see some of his moods, what she considered to be moods. I feel like you had to have some leeway because you had the exact same mood and feel like he need to do more for you. If it's okay for you to have your moods, then it's for dang sure okay for him to have them. Because at least we can look at it and say, we understand why he not even in a bad mood. He just want to kick back and watch the game. You know what I'm saying? Well, when I'm walking around in lingerie, he ain't woo-hawing. He probably tired. Now keep in mind, just imagine cooking for a whole family every day. We talking about a whole family. And washing all the dishes every day. on top of possibly having to cut the grass that day. Definitely 100% went to work that day. Definitely probably had to add in doing some laundry that day, washing the cars that day, getting the kids up from school, taking them to the bus stop, picking them up from the bus stop that day, and cooking for a whole family, either on the grill or in the kitchen, and doing all the dishes. And I listen to women who complain about having to do half of that with no man. And this is a man. Not saying he deserved brownie points for it. He not even asking for it. But a lot of these women do this whole, that's supposed to be your job, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But somehow, in her head, she does everything, and he need to be more appreciative that he's allowed to be in her presence. As Muslims, man. As Muslims, man. So, you know, man, although this conversation, man, didn't like, I didn't know how to start it off, man. This is my third time trying to record it, man. I need to go ahead and pray to Hajj, man, because I don't want it to personalize, man, but I do want to say, man, as Muslims, man, we need to do better, man. We need to do better. And this is the crazy part about it. Do y'all think, who do y'all think coming to counseling, who idea do y'all think it was to get counseling? It was hers. They need counseling because he needs to get better. What do he need to get better at? I mean, are you saying he need to get better in the bedroom? And I can't see it that way because you complaining about him not touching. Okay, maybe, you know what I'm saying? So not like he's touching you and you, it's like, I wish he wouldn't have touched me. That way. But anything, this whole life and these things that you want, you don't want to contribute towards. And like I say, I take him out of the equation because even when they cook for themselves. And you know, it's just a little quick something. Some noodles. You know, a little small pan pizza frozen, an individual pizza or something. It's bananas, kid. Like, so like even the people who sit down and say, in a relationship, what exactly is it that you do for him? Nothing. You don't have to clean up after him. You don't have to cook for him. Right? You don't have to do his laundry. You don't have to hang his clothes up, fold them. You don't even have to come nag at him and say, why are you leaving your socks in the living room? Or whatever this goofy stuff they come up with. You don't even have to clean up after you. He cleans the bathrooms. He do it all. You don't have to wake him up. You need to take this trash out. You need to cut this grass. It really ain't even nothing that you can come nag to him about. So what's the nagging? I'm sick and tired of doing everything. You need to get out there and figure out to improve your life so we can take vacations. You know what I'm saying? Real conversation, man. And they don't realize this. If he leaves, she's going to try to make it more horrible for him, hoping that it look like he can't survive without her. But Allah gonna make a way for that brother. And finding somebody else to come in and handle the business with the same amount of kids, and his kids, his two, which he probably gonna take them, the chances is slim. The chances is slim that you got him. But her mindset is, I could do better than him. If I could get him to do all this, now all I got to do is use these same skills on somebody that makes more money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might find somebody that makes more money, right? And you might be able to do some vacations, but the cooking, the cleaning, she had to wash dishes for a couple of months because whatever happened to his hand, and it drove her crazy. I ain't the one doing all the cooking. I don't feel like I need to wash dishes. You ain't washed dishes in 10 years. So yeah, you might bump into somebody who's willing to pay a little more money. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to do some provisions. But I don't see it. And because, you know, generally in situations like this, I don't see the woman getting a replacement. Generally. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, man. I wish the best for them, man. My second alarm going off, man. I need to go ahead and pray to Hajj, man. You know, man. And my apologies, man, you know, for making this video this long, man, and the subject matter, but you know, man, this stuff with the internet, man, and like I say, man, I know some sisters out there in bad situations, but all I'm saying is this: if it's sisters that listen to this, you're not in that situation, man. So don't, because that's one thing with women. When it's something where the woman is bad, they automatically got to come up with some way to belittle the dude based off of something that they feel. Oh, well, maybe he doing all that, but maybe he fat. Maybe he don't take the time out to give her roses. You know, they start to dig in to figure out something to justify her almost spelled out some words. Because that's the wrong side of me. For her being extremely selfish. And she done admit it. Now she done admit it. Yeah, I'm being selfish. But I deserve it. I deserve it for all these people that I've been good to that wasn't good to me. But I could just sit back and, you know, from my mentality and looking at this situation and been knowing him for a long time, you probably think you good to him. So once this situation is over with, she already got the ready-made excuses. dang, what happened to you and Fulan? Oh, girl, I just got so sick and tired of doing everything. You know, he never took me on vacations. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was messing with somebody else. Cause when I walked around with my best lingeries, he didn't look at me. Was he in the bed? No, he was watching the game. That game ain't more important than me and lingerie. You see what I'm saying? That's gonna be the narrative that was out there. And then a couple of times that he told her about herself and was being truthful, what's her narrative? He verbally abusive. He trying to put me down. He trying to kill my self-esteem because he intimidated by a strong woman. All that foolishness that they do. Not saying that ain't never the case, but in this case, that ain't it. That ain't it. Yeah, I'm selfish, but that's because I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when I said to them, so what you recommend that he come to, we need counseling. That's your idea. I'm not the only person who talked to them, but I'm the one that's going to tell them what's like it is. Right? They go to their masjid and talk to them. When I say, you tell him we need to go get counseling, and then when I say, why do y'all want to stay married, you talking about, I don't know. What you dragging them into counseling for? Now you feeling like counseling is a bad idea because everybody that you sit down with is looking at you saying, man, sister, first and foremost, what is this everything that you doing? Secondly, is it somebody that you already talking to that you feel like can guarantee you more? No. But you just know you could do better because he's so beneath you, right? Like, it's crazy, man. But man, this went too long, man. I gotta get up and pray, man. And you know, man, Allah bless all of the Muslims, man, with a righteous spouse. But, man, we need to be more humble, man. And this for both parties. Sisters, if you seeing red flags in brothers and they real red flags, don't think you can fix it. Brothers, if you seeing these type of red flags, don't think you can fix them, man. And shout out to both of them, man. And like I say, a lot has been laid out on the table. A lot has been laid out on the table. This brother ain't cheated. You know, just because he get to some little moles where he not touching her, her mind automatically says he's cheating. But why your mind don't say, he's so unhappy with me, I make him so unhappy, he ain't even in the mood to touch me. The one and only thing that men want from women, he don't want it from me. Because I make him that unhappy. But see, that's not something that she's going to look into. Because it's going to cause her to have to look at herself, and that's what she don't want to do. It got to be some other female that done came in and capitalized on him being stupid. Yeah, some old woman done came and manipulated your little weak, stupid mind. Because they seeing how good you is to me. And now they want you. And you so dumb and can't turn down sex. Some woman gotta be getting you. Her mind can't fathom it any other way. Her mind can't fathom it any other way. Her mind can't fathom the times when he get in the bed and it could have been better. Her mind can't fathom that that's possibly has something to do with you. Because dude says something and I believe him. I believe him. That man said, I'm gonna be honest. She don't even know what it's like to be with me sexually for real. They putting it on the table. He said, man, she don't even really know what it's like to be with me sexually. And I believe him. 15 years. And she don't even really know what it's like to be with him sexually. But in her head, he need to thank Allah that she even allotted him some time to be in her presence. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me pray, man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.